Hello everybody. I know that you are all extremely keen for an update on my personal health. So here it is. Back in December, I had a Mirena coil fitted and that all went really well. And we are now in March. So it's been 3 months, all going well, no issues. My periods have settled to a sort of quite light period again now. Hopefully they will eventually taper off and disappear, but it's all perfectly manageable, no pain. I can understand that if you are sexually active, you would find it a little bit uncomfortable because the strings obviously protrude from the end of the cervix, and that does feel strange. So it might be better for those of us that are have had children, because if you've had children, it's less painful allegedly to insert the coil, and two, for those of us that are not sexually active, whether that is on your own or with a partner, because then there's no weird feelings around the two little strings that are dangling inside the vagina. So that's one part of my health update. Second part of my health update is I had a private diagnosis of ADHD at the end of last year. So that was on the 12th of December. And then obviously that made me feel really happy and validated. And when I spoke to the GP, she said, yeah, but obviously you've still got to go through us if you want to explore medication. And I was like, I know, but now I've actually felt validated, I'm reinvigorated. So I did the process and I went through a right to choose provider. Those are the ones where the NHS has said, yes, we can't do these assessments ourselves because we're too overwhelmed. So you, private company, do it for us and we'll pay you. So I did that. That was through a company called Health Harmony Minds. Anyway, they're based in Birmingham, but they do video consults, so they cover the whole of England. And that was very thorough, more thorough than the private company. Instead of just one assessment, I had 2 assessments. And at the end of the second assessment, they said, yes, you are combined attentive, inattentive ADHD, which was the same outcome as the previous assessment. Then on yesterday, I had my titration appointment, which was with a doctor to discuss medication. And today, this is the medication. So I will be starting on it's methylphenidate, which is a stimulant medication. The brand name that I'm using is Medikinet. I will be starting off on a dose of 10 milligrams for 5 days, then 20 milligrams for 7 days, and then 30 milligrams for 15 days. See how we get on, review and continue. So this is really exciting because for years I've struggled with managing my motivation levels, getting up in the mornings, and just generally human like behavior. So I just want to remind you that medication does not work for everybody. It may not work for me, but we don't know unless we try. And if you do think that you've got ADHD or autism or any other issues, speak to your doctor. There is a lot of information online, which is really, really good, but there's also a lot of information online that is really, really bad. So always look at sources that can be trusted, such as nhs.net. Look for studies that have been robustly tested, that are peer reviewed, and that have got good factual grounding behind them. Stimulant medication is known to be extremely effective as first line treatment for ADHD. I have been through years and years of therapy, so I have developed lots of coping strategies around triggers. They don't always work. I still get triggered, which is why I opted to just go straight to the medication stage. But the company that I went through, Health Harmonies Minds, do offer an option for therapy as well as titration. So I would suggest that if you're very new to the world of mental well-being, neurodiversity, counselling, therapy is definitely something I would recommend. Again, therapy does not work for everybody, but that's normally due to people giving up before they've found the right therapist. So it is something that you do have to keep going with, and therapy is not something that I'm like, oh, I've done it a load, so I'm never going to do it again. It's a thing of, I have done it a lot, so I don't need it at this stage in my journey. But that doesn't mean that I won't do it in the future, because things that happen in life can cause us to become less resilient. We may have circumstances that mean that we're struggling to cope with things, and those are the times where therapy is really beneficial. So yeah, starting this, I'll be starting it from tomorrow morning, and we'll see how we get on in about 25 days. But yeah, as I say, if you are questioning whether things that you are struggling with are just due to the fact that life is hard, or due to the fact that you may be neurodevelopmentally different, then please feel free to direct message me, and I can just give you some insight on my journey. But in the main, you should consult your GP and go to reputable sources like nhs.uk. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.